It's Friday. Yes, tomorrow starts another weekend. And weekends are always nice, aren't they? Well, I don't know about you, but I was taking a walk around outside and I saw weeds out there in my gardens that normally when I walk around, I'm picking little weeds out. These things were like a foot high or more. And I'm not just picking out, like 6 or 7. I am picking out dozens and dozens and dozens. I'm walking along and it's like, if I don't get these out now, they're just going to take all the sunlight and everything from my plants. So I just kind of walked along and had to do some weeding. But I also noticed that down by the driveway area, oh my, it doesn't even look like I ever weeded. Oh well, what do you do, right? All you can do is what you can do. But anyways, I hope everybody's going to have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you folks in just a little while. I thought I'd take you out to the garden today, and as I was walking to look at different things, I noticed that these flowers that I planted in these containers are beginning to overflow their container. I mean, they're beautiful. This is the pumpkin that I planted out here in just this little island area that I have, and I cannot get water here. I mean, I can if I brought it down in buckets, but I haven't really had to because the rain around here has just been horrible this year. We've had so much of it. But this is my other pumpkin. Now, if you remember, this is the one that got dug up, and I had to plant. And this isn't doing as well, but it is certainly getting bigger. And there's my pumpkin. Definitely getting big. So exciting. I wanted to show you my parsley. Isn't that a pretty bunch of parsley? And I wanted to show you the rosemary that had like a fungus on it, and Homestead Tessie helped me with. There she is. It's growing just lovely. It's soft, and what you see down here, that's not fungus. That's actually, I went ahead and I let it get some flowers on it because I just really didn't want to bother it. I just wanted it to live. But look at this. That is a little basil plant that I did not plant there. I planted basil, if you remember, in those 2 little bags down there. One was supposed to be sweet pea and one was supposed to be basil, and nothing happened. So I'm wondering if, I don't know, would a little animal, I don't know, a bird maybe, dropped a seed into my rosemary plant there, because as you can see, the proximity is in the same place. There's the little bag that has nothing growing in it, and there is the rosemary with a lovely little basil growing in it. And you'll see the other rosemary in front here. That's the one that I bought this year, and that's doing very well too. And that little pot, the pot on the side of your screen there on the green table, is also basil, and it's just a different variety. It's a dark leaf basil, and it's growing really well also. And look at that cluster of tomatoes coming along. They're actually all over this particular bush, and we have tomatoes growing on this one also. That other plant seems to be doing really exceptionally well. I'm sure that if you've watched my videos, you know that I purchased this little birdhouse at Dollar Tree. I just thought it was cute, and I bought it really as just like an ornament type thing, a decorative thing to hang on that particular shepherd's hook. Well, there's a birdie nest in there, and I can't get any closer. I'm just going to zoom in, and maybe you'll be able to see because last night I came out and there's a couple plants that I have, like the ones on the Bilco doors right there, that oftentimes, even though it rains, that won't get the rain. So I check it, and it happened to be like dusk, and I disturbed the mother birdie in there, and she went flying out and startled me, yeah, probably as much as I startled her. But I quickly did what I had to do and went in. So I just thought that was really sweet. Today's devotion, I will be reading Psalms 95:6. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our Maker. Worship should be the first priority in church ministry. However, many Christians seem to think that man is the focal point, emphasizing what God can do for mankind rather than dwelling on man's duty towards God. This can lead believers to become angry with God or confused when adversity disrupts their lives. It's no wonder that Christians have difficulty worshiping God. Worship is God-centered, not man-centered. A Danish philosopher in the 19th century named Søren Kierkegaard once clarified the most common misconception about worship by using the analogy of a drama. He said, when we come to worship God, we generally feel as though the preacher and the other ministers are the performers, and God is the subject of the performance, and we as the congregation are merely the audience. But this is a terrible misunderstanding of worship. Kierkegaard is describing a consumer-oriented approach that is focused more on what we receive than what we give. Kierkegaard went on to say that authentic Christian worship is just the opposite. We, the congregation, are the performers. The preachers and other ministers are the directors of the performance, and God is the audience. I thought that was an amazing perspective. In today's verse of Psalm 95, verse 6, it helps the believer to change the focus of their thinking and practice encountering the importance of worship. It turns our attention and affection toward God. This verse is a call to worship. Just read verses 1 through 5 of this psalm and notice the change of tone. The worshiper in verses 1 through 5 is seen standing in God's presence, shouting forth praise. Now, in verse 6, the worshiper falls on his face before God in a humbled silence. Because worship involves both animated praise and speechless prostration. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And there is no greater joy than bowing down before your Lord, your God and Maker, in humble adoration of worship. I will talk to you tomorrow. God bless.